what we do is we weave humor in mainly by the use of ourselves. See, now that we're alternative types of helpers, that we get to actually use ourselves. And, you know, it's funny, I said earlier, you weren't born with it. I have to say, DNA is very, very powerful.
Very.
And you perked I have to self-correct. I believe I was born with the depression, tissue cells, etc., from the past generations of my ancestors. Then I had the luck, honor, or traumatic type of life that I had to then deal with abandonment, et cetera, et cetera. So then by using myself, and remember, I was sick and tired of talking. I was sick and tired of hearing my own voice. And I was venting to people that I just thought, this is going too far. Can you just stop talking, Jane? And you do what your father did. Do what you're watching your sister do. They were able, and there was a movie, and the movie got the Academy Award for Best Picture, and I never saw it, and I don't know if it's humor.
What is it?
But it's Play.
Oh.
And the father and his young child are in a concentration camp.
Yep.
And the father uses play to help his son cope with this horror that is right in front of them.
Yeah.
So I saw my father used a lot of humor, and it really worked for him as well as Joan. So then, for example, a sense of self, I would crack myself up laughing by using a story that either I heard from my father, I heard from Joan. You know, maybe Joan can tell something funny because I'm not always the funny twin.
Well, it can't happen. People ask all the time, how did you guys start doing things together? Well, it was our patients that did that. Jane was across the hall or wherever, and I was over here, and people got bored. They knew I never had a child. They would crack up laughing when they brought their kid in therapy with them. And I guess the way I spoke to them, because I always spoke to children as adults, like I did with my two sisters that had kids. Anyway, they knew I didn't have a kid, and they would often say, could you just bring Jane in here? Or they knew I never dieted. Can you bring Jane in here? Or they wanted to actually talk about more sex than I wanted to speak of, or that I had the experience. And they were like, can you bring Jane in? So that's how we ended up doing everything together, and they felt comfortable with family members. So we started doing the entire family because we had different perspectives.